This is a Skydio 2, and in today's video, I'm going to play a clip of it unedited from takeoff to landing of us going through the mountains in our Jeeps, so you can sort of see what it does and how it does it without me chopping it up, so you can see if it gets stuck, how it flies, and just pretty much how it tracks something like a car. Now, while I'm flying, I am using the beacon in the Jeep. I am pointing at the drone in areas and putting it where I want by the point method, as well as on here you can click it to make it go in front, back, side to side very easily using the phone and the beacon together. Although I'm going to be playing music throughout the video, I will do a little voiceover here and there to sort of explain what's happening at certain areas of the video. If you aren't already subscribed to the channel, make sure you hit subscribe so you don't miss fun, awesome mountain content with drones, GoPros, 360 cameras, and all that in between. So thank you guys for your support and enjoy this clip. So we started the Skydio up. I launched it with the beacon and we started going. It was behind the tree and it's locked into the Jeep, and you see no problem around the tree. That person sitting in the Jeep with me, that's Doc Murdoch. He flies FPV drones and he's damn good at it, especially compared to me. My buddy Todd is following us in the Jeep behind us, and I just double tapped the button on the beacon, which sends it into a droney mode, and it went right through those trees backwards, no problem, and kept us in view for now. I think what we did actually here is put it in an orbit. I don't think we put it in droney, we put it in orbit. And we're going so slow because we have our Jeeps set in a mode where the Jeep just happens to automatically go slow downhill. And the hill and the rocks are actually a lot steeper than what it looks in the camera to you. So sometimes the Skydio does sort of reassess and reposition itself on its own, but most of the time here I am using the beacon by holding down the button and sort of pointing where I want it to go, whether that be in front of us, behind us, to the side of us, or whatnot. There are buttons on the beacon that you can push to make it closer to you or further away as well, and obviously I've just brought it in a lot closer. Doc was just really enjoying himself this whole time. Now it's flying backwards while it's in front of us. This is something not any other drone on the market that I've experienced can do. DJI always puts out a new drone and their promotional material shows this drone going backwards in active track mode, but their drones cannot sustain going backwards for long at all in active track. Where this one, as you can see, can go right between trees. You can make it go further away while it's in active track, and it has no problem keeping you in the frame. These are some trails that we go out to every year out in Montezuma Mountain by Pennsylvania Mine, and I'm going to be putting together a vlog of us with Doc here experiencing this area. Hopefully that will be out sooner than later. I'd really like to bring the Jeep out to some sand dunes so I could actually go out and accelerate quite a bit faster than what I can on these mountain roads with all the rocks. The Mojave, if you're curious, is a much smoother ride than the Rubicon or the Willys, which you can see as the other two Jeeps. Actually, the first Jeep Gladiator you see up there is a Sport, which the guy's been customizing himself. No problem around those trees. Every now and then when we're closer, you'll see me reach my hand with the remote or the beacon and you can see me sort of pointing or clicking buttons on it to put it in a different position. Now, I would never normally play the full clip like this because it's sort of boring to watch. What I usually do is put it in a position, let it stay in that position for a limited amount of time, and then I'll chop up all this footage where I'm in different positions and different scenery, and that's what I'll use for the actual finished video. Right there, you can see I want to put it in front of us. I'm just pointing the beacon where I sort of want it to go. And you just let go of the button once it's where you're at and continue on your way. We're at a little river crossing here, and Doc decided he wanted to get out with the GoPro. So I'm going to chop that part out, and then this is where we picked it back up. Doc is actually out of the truck now, as you can see, and he's filming with the GoPro to get a low to the ground shot, which I'll mix this shot as well as the GoPro shot together in a different video. You can see Doc right there getting low to the ground to get the shot. And like usual, dogs are always interested in the drones. I went ahead and pushed the beacon to put it up above us so that it was high enough that the dog would leave it alone. You can see the FPV drones and all the bags. Those are all drones we have in the back of that truck for the most part. The people were asking us all kinds of questions on how the drone was flying itself. So we talked for a little bit and I cut some of that conversation out, and we will pick it back up here now. It still to this day blows my mind how well this thing does. I'm really looking forward to seeing what they do with the Skydio 3. Not the Skydio 2 Plus or whatever they're calling it, the one with the better antennas, but the next version of the Skydio, where hopefully they finally make a proper remote for the Skydio, because the remote that they have now sort of sucks, and the range that it has when you fly manually sort of sucks. But if you've ever had a DJI drone or something like that, some other brand of drone, and tried to fly it to film yourself, it's really hard to do. Woo, that was pretty crazy. This thing is incredible. What did you think of that? Unedited, uncut, just Skydio out following the Jeeps.